Hi, everybody. So, for my final project, I went to a bar mitzvah, which is basically a Jewish boy turning 13, and he can now worship and lead and learn more about the religion of Judaism. And when I first walked in to the synagogue, which is just like the Jewish church, I didn't really know anybody, and I went in and I sat down, and they began by reading the Torah, which is the Jewish Bible, and it was backwards. Instead of like flipping this way, it was going backwards, and so I found that interesting. And then also, they were singing all their songs in Hebrew, which is the Jewish language, and so I didn't really know any songs, but I just remember I wrote in my paper I had this one memory from whenever I was in chorus. I knew one song that they sang because we learned a Hebrew song whenever I was in eighth grade chorus. And so it began with the ceremony, which is more like a emotional thing that they were doing, and the whole family was there. The whole synagogue was packed. The boy had been studying for months in advance for this. He would go to certain. He had to go volunteer, and he also had to study all the time. The Torah in order to know and be able to read it because it's not an easy thing. And he volunteered in an animal shelter, and he had to do that 6 months in advance. So that was a big thing. And then after that was over, we went to a reception they had, and that's just like a huge party to celebrate. And it's just celebrating him going from a boy to a man and taking on more responsibility. And that was less serious. That was dancing, and the Jewish culture tends to spend a lot of money on these bar mitzvahs, and so this thing was just all out. They had a DJ, they had anything, they had a dance floor, they had food catered, they had it decorated. And I talked to one of the ladies, and she had said that someone in her family was actually in the Holocaust, and I found that very interesting. And she said that they were in the Holocaust, but altogether, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the Jewish culture, and I was able to observe and learn more about the bar mitzvah, just everything about the people in the Jewish culture.